where market cap XP is at. Again, just ranging at this moment in time, guys, at 37 cents. Hopefully, we do see a move here shortly because it is getting quite boring, right? But next, before I jump into this manufacturer advisor some value only, great reset info suite out. Quote, after the collapse, you will see a new entity surface that will be in charge of a new digital currency, right? There we go, guys. What have we been talking about all this time? Listen very carefully.
Let's move on to your presentation at this conference that you'll be making later in the day. The theme is the demise of the Federal Reserve. Pretty strong words. What do you mean by that?
It is. It's something that the media hasn't caught on to yet, but it is this. The chain reaction of what is going on right now will lead to this. And basically, I'll be talking about how, the debt that the government is taking on, coupled with the Federal Reserve's balance sheet that keeps ballooning, coupled with interest rates that they just want to keep lower, will eventually create a situation, a collapse in the system, where you will no longer see the Fed in its current form. It'll be kind of abolished, if you will. And that's going to happen strictly because the people will demand it. And they're going to go over it. It relates to cryptocurrency because eventually you're going to see a switch over to this kind of blockchain, crypto, digital currencies that will eventually be the future.
Okay, so you've outlined your thesis. Walk us through the mechanics of how this abolishment, this transition will happen, and what new form the Federal Reserve can take.
Yeah, so the chain of events started actually in 1977 with the dual mandate. So as soon as the Fed got put in the position of having to monitor unemployment plus inflation, that was the beginning of the end for the Federal Reserve. The reason it was is because basically, if you want to keep unemployment low at all times, which is what the Fed wants to do, you have to constantly stimulate the economy, right? By printing money and keeping interest rates low. Well, you can't be the parent that spoils the child and then also be the one that's hard-nosed and says, well, we're going to raise interest rates because inflation's getting out of control. You can't do that. And that was the beginning of the chain reaction that I'll talk about in the presentation. After the collapse, you'll see a new body come up that'll be in charge of the digital currency, whatever it may be, and eventually you'll see this digital currency probably being used all over the world, even as the reserve currency.
Oh wow, guys. I mean, again, we have been talking about how we're going from this old guard to the new, right? It's very simple and easy, guys. Might as well take advantage of this golden opportunity, right? The Fed will probably be here, guys, in some way or another, right? Now, guys, here's the fun part of XRP and the XRP community. Now, this is called quite interesting. Art of Information suite out. The shelf under construction. Order out of chaos. We see right here. So, June 2022. Look at David Schwartz's background, guys. July 2022. 1, 2, 3. And then August 2022. Again, I literally noticed the same thing. I was going to tweet this out, guys. That it seems like things on the shelf getting less and less and less, right? Interesting stuff to say the least. Again, perhaps a countdown? Who truly knows? Now, aside from that, Bojack has tweeted out Mr. Pool did tweet this out. Now, I'm not going to play the full video, guys, but we have seen this multiple times before. By the way, I will leave the link or the links down in the description below so you guys can investigate further if you guys do wish to. Look at this, guys. Final weeks, right? Ending times. Wow. Isn't that interesting? Perhaps it could literally be the final weeks, guys. Now, Kang Space's tweet out. This was reposted from March 21, 2022, but different audio. As we do see, what a wonderful world. And the first post was originally on February 23, 2021. Interesting, isn't it, guys? So we have noticed that Mr. Pool does like reposting a few things, right? And going back through my archive, I found it again. Muted audio posted October 8th, 2021. Date reversed is 8/10, quickly approaching. Is that why? It's the final weeks, guys. What's going to take place, right? Let's be prepared. Now, this is crazy, guys. TikTok has tweeted out. Louis Armstrong was born today on August 4th, 1901. He died July 7th, 1971 at 69. Today just so happens to be July 7th on the Chinese calendar. One might say that his life began where it ended. Wow. A closed system loop, per se. Right? You can't make this stuff up, guys. Also, BG123 initial XRP 2589 was on 7/7. July 7th equals 77, which is 14, lunar calendar. Also known as a double 7th festival or Chinese Valentine's Day. so it begins. Wow, guys. Absolutely crazy, right? Again, the final weeks. Next week comes from Ashley. I'm wondering if they will have regulations out in a week or so. As we do see right here, again, 8/17/2019, right? 6:30 p.m. Possibly 9 September. Funny look at the date when Bearable Guy posted this, and crypto regulations have a 180 days from March 9th, so that would be around September 5th. Again, September is August 17th, the date regulations will be out, right? The executive order from the White House, as we do see, which is quite interesting, guys. Again, regulations do seem to be up on the horizon, right? We have been talking about that for a while now. Again, from Ashley, get ready for the big scare of our lives. Look at this, guys. A connection to Mr. Poole once again. And then, from Forbes, the sun is now more active than NASA predicted. It could be in the strongest cycle since. Wow, guys. Right? Which then correlates to possibly, sorry, we are experiencing technical difficulties, right? Interesting. Just remember, guys, everything we are seeing and we will see, all planned, right? There are no coincidences in this simulation. という数ですよ。Mr. Poole, Mandarin Countdown 1 to 5. Day 1, Pelosi arrived in Singapore August 1st. Day 2, Pelosi in Taiwan August 2nd. Day 3, Pelosi speaks to Taiwan President August 3rd. Day 4, missiles fired over Taiwan August 4th. Day 5, China sees cooperation with the US August 5th. Warned 8 months ago, guys. This is absolutely crazy. If you go here, August 1 to 5. Wow, that is absolutely crazy, right? There's multiple timelines in front of our faces, guys. Blood of crypto, threats of nuclear war, invasions. You guys can see all these things happening, right? SEC crypto crackdown. Want to know what's next on the timeline? Ashes, ashes, ashes. Only the phoenix rises from the ashes, guys, right? At the end. This is why we're literally seeing everything we are seeing today, guys. Is for this specific plan, right? For the new guard to be in place. Now, Fojaku more connections to Mr. Poole. You guys remember these images right here, ducks and whatnot. If you go down here, over 75,000 rubber ducks raced down the Chicago River on Thursday. Wow, guys. Oh, wow. This year they raised nearly $333,000. You can't make this stuff up. Now, can you, guys? No, we can't. The name ICO doesn't help. Sounds like IPO. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it is a duck, right? And will be regulated like a duck. Wow. Crazy timeline, guys. What is happening, right? We just can't make these things up. Again, from Fojack, as we do see, you can't say they didn't warn you. Again, guys, this is how we know we're living in some type of simulation, 100%. Look at this. BlackRock, right? And we just seen what took place. BlackRock, the company that owns the world. Next week comes from Via the Moon. The genie's out of the bottle. Don't get fed up. There's more going on in the background than you think, right? Wow, guys. Look at that. Larry Fink, BlackRock, and then Aladdin, right? 139 from Cal 7. BlackRock is 76, and then 45 Aladdin. It's amazing how many times 139 is repeated. There's all this talk about September 13 as some big events, right? We have seen this 13-9 multiple times, guys. We cannot make these things up. Now, if you haven't already seen this, it's a fantastic quick watch, right? This robot already owns everything, which is what? Aladdin. Crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Aladdin is 45 as well, which is September. Now, look at this. Aladdin initial release was 1988, the year, right? If you go here, get ready for world currency, January 15th, 1988, guys. 1, 2, 3. We can't make these things up. Wow. Actually, absolutely mind blown. Guys, what is happening at this moment in time? This is crazy. Now, the fountain for today's video comes from Baba Cugs. Always remember this: SBI controls R3. SBI biggest interest is XRP, not XCC. Always remember Ripple and XRP are in good hands. Always remember Riddlers told you 2 years before this was presented about Vanguard. Nothing can stop what's coming. We control it all, right? We got BlackRock and then we got Vanguard, guys. There we go. Wow, absolutely crazy. Remember the ship. Come on, guys. This is how we know this is crazy, crazy, crazy. Remember to take advantage of this opportunity, right? Once in a lifetime. We are living in absolutely crazy times. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe, amazing day, and guys, see ya.